Y'all play Strive, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Most of the content I've been making on my channel is Guilty Gear Strive, and you guys have been receiving it pretty well. It's also attained the spot of being my favorite fighting game. But like all things in life, too much of a good thing can be bad. I've been burnt out of playing Strive a handful of times since its launch now. The game is amazing, yes, but it's not perfect. No game is. So what do you do when your favorite game just isn't cutting it? Take a break when you need to, and have more fun with it when you come back. Or, you know, play other games. But I also want to advocate trying out newer games. Well, newer. I'm talking about games that you probably haven't played yet, but have been in the market for a while now. And what better place to start than with the newest old kid on the block? The old new kid? The one that... it didn't have rollback and now it does and a lot of people are happy. This whole video is supposed to be a showcase for games that aren't very popular but deserve more love, but I've penned this idea since before BlazBlue got the rollback patch and it's too late to back out now, I guess. Everyone and their mother knows this game at this point, and I'm definitely glad BlazBlue is getting the attention. I admit I'm still pretty new to the game and I'm no expert at it, but the game's been a blast so far. The extremely lenient input buffer needs some getting used to, but once you're in the groove of things, the game's really hard to put down. I've been playing it with some old guard recently, and I keep hearing about how when it came out, the Guilty Gear folks called it a baby game and that it was too easy. That definitely isn't the case. And while Xrd and Plus R are definitely difficult games, the feel and flow of those games are different enough from BlazBlue. Gear and BB are similar, but they're different beasts altogether. That aside, BlazBlue's roster is varied and well designed, to the point that I actually had a difficult time picking a character for months when I first started playing before the rollback patch. It's fast, frenetic, and high-flying. It's a great alternative to when gear just doesn't scratch that itch. And speaking of fast and frenetic, this is the first 3D fighting game that I've put any real effort into playing and learning. Not that I haven't played anything else before Skullgirls. I shouldn't discount what I've learned from touching on older games like Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 4, and Marvel 3 with a few hours I've played them, but this game was definitely my first real test for 2D. Skullgirls is in a weird place right now. It's niche enough that it gets less than 500 daily players, but popular enough that it's consistently among Steam's top 10 played fighting games. And I don't like that it's not getting the love that it truly deserves, so I'm here to remedy that. Despite all the drama and controversy behind the game, Skullgirls is a handcrafted love letter to all things fighting games. It's got references to beloved fighting game characters, anime characters, and even fighting game personalities, and I haven't even started talking about the gameplay yet. It's a great mix of Marvel-based tag fighting, with a little bit of Guilty Gear mixed in. And I don't just mean the neutral is Granblue. I mean there's literally a character with a standing overhead that knocks you away a la the dust button.
This blows.
The characters are all well designed, each frame of animation showcasing their fighting ability as well as their personality. It's all great stuff. And just in case you didn't know, this game's 10 years old now, and it's still getting dev support and updates, and even a season pass. While this game's got a new lease on life, it's not matching the numbers that reflect that. Hopefully I've convinced you to give the game a try, and if you're one of the millions who actually bought the game on Steam, probably on a sale, maybe pick it up again. And if you're still not convinced, well, Granblue Fantasy had the unfortunate business of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. It had delay-based netcode at the start of a global pandemic. And it's a damned shame too, because GB Versus is such a great game. The polish, the gameplay, the dedication to the source material, it's all here. And while I'm not familiar with the Granblue Fantasy franchise, GB Versus served as a great introduction to me, and I'm finding myself more and more enamored by the characters and the setting. I know what you're thinking. Why are you playing delay-based games in an online-only environment? You're just hamstringing yourself. I'd have to say, yes, you're right, you are giving yourself an inferior online experience. But if you're someone like me who has friends that have less than 40 ping between us, and who also has a copy of the game, you've already got yourself the ingredients for a good time. 2 people is all you need to play a fighting game. If you've got someone with a decent connection who wants to try the game out, humor them. Who knows? Maybe you two will have a great time. But what if you don't want to play fighting games and are burnt out by them? Well then.
Come on. You know you wanna get out from here.
Oh, they're going through the door.
I'm watching the front entrance. Oh, we're engaged. Are they at the back?
Got one. This game is my go-to whenever I just don't want to play fighters, but I'm still itching for a competitive match. It's my comfort food. If your comfort involves zombies, hellhounds, angry bee women, and giant monsters. To those who aren't familiar, Showdown is a PvPvE shooter set in late 19th century Louisiana. It plays like Tarkov and Dark Souls had a baby that really likes cowboys. Its objective is simple: kill a boss monster, get its bounty, and get out alive. What separates this game from its contemporaries is the fact that most guns are slow to shoot, making it so that firefights are tense and dangerous affairs. But what makes this game extremely special in my eyes is its sound design. Anything you do makes noise, whether it's jumping, walking, crouch walking, or even aiming. There are sound traps littered all over the map that'll reveal your location if you're not careful enough. And if you got decent communication with your team,
Is this a back?
this could happen.
It's down here?
Did you melee? Did you melee?
No?
Okay, there's hunters.
Alright. Don't. Careful where you peek.
Oh, there you go. That's okay.
Headshot.
Nice. Careful of the red.
While I don't have godlike hearing or aim, just having my teammate let me know where an enemy is in the general vicinity was enough to get me a kill. The game is punishing but fair, and has a decent learning curve. If you make mistakes, you've got no one to blame but yourself. Playing Hunt pretty much puts you in the same mindset as playing fighting games, and that's why I love it. And there you have it, a few games in no particular order that I enjoy that aren't Strive. I hope you guys check them out, or if you've played them before, give them another try. You gotta have a little variety in your life, you know? And to all of you who stuck to the end, thank you. I'm still getting the hang of making this long form stuff, and while I'm not making them as fast as I want to, I am enjoying the process. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.